I am often looking for recommendations for PC games that can be played in Android, but it seems like there's only a few categories of video showcases on YouTube. There are many videos about games from the early 2000s, and I believe that most of those games would run without issue. But it's always annoying when you have to adjust Android touch controls to replicate a mouse and keyboard. I did some testing in Winlator and believe that there are some indie games that could be very interesting, if only for the fact that they don't rely on mouse controls and are easy to map. The first two games are also available on Switch, but I only own the Steam versions. Dodo crashes when you lose the game, and you have to map the controls in Winlator. Alwa's Legacy could have better frame rates, but is still very playable. It comes with full controller support and is a fun little Metroidvania. Beardblade is only available on Steam. You have to map the controls in Winlator, but it's not very complicated because the game always tells you the keyboard keys that need to be pressed. Turok Seeds of Evil has controller support during gameplay and uses the touchscreen mouse to navigate menus. Since Winlator only seems to support digital inputs, you can't draw the bow or use the flamethrower. There might be workarounds, but I haven't tested thoroughly enough and it has no real impact on the game. Forsaken Remastered is definitely the ultimate version of the game, but it often crashes, and if you're playing in Winlator, you can't hold the firing button but have to press it again with each shot. This problem doesn't appear in Mobox, but Mobox doesn't recognize your controller, which means you need a custom control mapping profile.
Incoming. No way! So slow. Oh, critical.
You might have heard this before, but I ran into some issues running Tomb Raider Remastered in Winlator. The game had a weird flickering issue, and it just couldn't be fixed. I have now tested the game in Mobox, and the flickering issue is completely gone. In order to control your game in Mobox, you need an app called Input Bridge. The problem is that my Odin controller is never recognized as anything more than a mouse. I therefore had to use Input Bridge to create a touchscreen interface, and I also had to create a similar profile with the Odin 2 screen mapping tool. It all sounds very complicated, and setting up games in Mobox is definitely exhausting, but I can now finally play Tomb Raider Remastered in Android.